Have you ever felt really nervous? Before a big exam? That feeling in your stomach that makes you worried and keeps you awake at night? Today, I want to tell you a story about my friend Tom. Tom was very worried about his exams, but he found a way to feel better and do his best. Let's see how he did it. Tom is a high school student who lives in a small town. He's a smart and hardworking student, and he dreams of going to a good college one day. But when it comes to exams, Tom feels very anxious. He becomes very nervous, stressed, and can't focus well. This is the story of how Tom faced his worries and found a way to be stronger. Tom's worries came from two main things. 1. Fear of failing. First, Tom was very scared of failing. He always got good grades, and the idea of not doing well in his exams made him very afraid. He worried that his parents would be disappointed. His parents always encouraged him to do his best, but Tom felt a lot of pressure to meet their expectations. He thought about how sad they would be if his grades dropped. He also thought about what his friends and teachers would say if he didn't get high scores. This fear made him doubt himself and his abilities all the time. Tom remembered a time when he got a lower grade on a math test. His parents didn't get angry, but he could see the disappointment in their eyes. This memory haunted him, making him fear the same reaction if he didn't perform well in his exams. 2. Too much to study. Second, Tom felt like there was too much to study. The subjects and topics seemed never-ending. Whenever he thought he understood one part, another difficult topic would come up. He spent hours studying, but the more he read, the more confused he got. It felt like trying to climb a mountain that kept getting higher and higher. Tom had 5 subjects to study for, and each subject had so many chapters and topics. For example, in history, he had to remember dates, events, and names. In science, he had to understand complex concepts and experiments. The more he tried to study, the more he felt lost. He made notes, but sometimes the notes didn't make sense to him later. This added to his stress, because he felt he was running out of time and not learning anything properly. These worries made Tom very sad and stressed. 1. Always anxious. Tom's fear of failing and the huge amount of study material made him very anxious. He couldn't focus in class because he was always thinking about the exams. At night, he couldn't sleep because he kept worrying about the next day. Not sleeping well made him even more tired and stressed, which made it even harder to study during the day. Every morning, Tom woke up feeling tired because he had spent most of the night tossing and turning. He felt like there was a weight on his chest that he couldn't lift. His teachers noticed that he was not paying attention in class, and his friends saw that he looked tired all the time. But Tom was too afraid to talk about his worries. He thought that maybe they wouldn't understand or they would think he was weak. 2. Feeling lonely. Tom also started to feel very lonely. He stopped spending time with his friends because he was afraid they would see how stressed he was. He stayed in his room most of the time, surrounded by books. This made him feel very lonely and even more sad. He felt like he was stuck in a cycle of worry and stress with no way out. Tom missed the fun times he had with his friends. They used to play soccer after school and hang out on weekends. But now, he avoided them. When his friends asked him to join, he would make excuses. He felt guilty for lying, but he didn't want them to see how bad he was feeling. His room, once a place of comfort, now felt like a prison with walls closing in on him. One day, Tom's older sister, Emma, noticed that he was acting differently. Emma was in college and had also felt stressed about exams when she was in school. She decided to help Tom. Emma talked to Tom and listened to his worries. She shared her own story about feeling anxious during exams. Emma told Tom that it was normal to feel stressed, but there were ways to feel better. Her kindness and understanding made Tom feel less alone. Emma remembered her own struggles with exams. She had felt the same pressure and anxiety. Emma told Tom about how she used to feel overwhelmed too. She said that talking about her worries helped her feel better. She encouraged Tom to share his feelings, not just with her but also with their parents and friends. She assured him that everyone would understand and support him. With Emma's help, Tom decided to face his worries. He tried two main things to feel better. 1. Making a study plan. First, Emma helped Tom make a study plan. They broke down the subjects into smaller parts and set daily goals that were easier to achieve. This made the study material seem less scary and more manageable. Tom also included short breaks in his plan to rest his mind. This way, he could study well without getting too tired. Tom's new study plan had a clear schedule. He would study one subject for an hour, then take a short break. After the break, he would study another subject. This method made him feel more organized. Each time he finished a part of his study plan, he felt a sense of achievement. He used a calendar to mark off the days and topics he had completed. This visual progress boosted his confidence. 2. Practicing mindfulness. Second, Emma taught Tom about mindfulness. She showed him simple breathing exercises and short meditations. These helped Tom calm down and focus on the present moment. Whenever he felt anxious, he took a few deep breaths and tried to stay calm. This helped him feel less worried and concentrate better. Tom learned to take deep breaths in through his nose and slowly out through his mouth. He found a quiet spot in his room where he could sit and practice. Emma also introduced him to a mindfulness app with guided meditations. These sessions helped Tom clear his mind and relax. He began to use these techniques whenever he felt overwhelmed, whether during study time or before going to bed. Tom had been practicing his study plan and mindfulness for several weeks. As the exam day approached, he felt more prepared, but he still had some nerves. Let's see how Tom faced the big day and overcame his fears. The night before the exam, Tom made sure to stick to his routine. He reviewed his notes briefly, ensuring not to overdo it, and then he spent some time relaxing. Then, he took a warm shower which helped him relax. After that, he spent some time doing a short mindfulness meditation. He focused on his breathing, clearing his mind of any lingering worries. Afterward, he read a few pages of his favorite book to calm his mind before bed. The next morning, Tom woke up feeling rested. He had a healthy breakfast which included fruits, eggs, and whole grain toast. He knew that eating well would give him the energy he needed to concentrate. During the exam, Emma had reminded him to stay hydrated, so he made sure to drink plenty of water. Emma wished him good luck and said, "Remember, Tom, you've got this. Just do your best, and that's all that matters." Her words gave Tom a boost of confidence. As he walked to school, Tom arrived at school and joined his classmates in the exam hall. He felt a flutter of nerves, but he also felt a sense of calm. From his preparations, he found his seat, took out his stationery, and waited for the exam to start. When the exam paper was handed out, Tom took a deep breath. Before starting, he remembered Emma's advice to read through the questions carefully first. This way, he could plan his time and start with the questions he felt most confident about. As he began to write, Tom felt a wave of focus wash over him. His study plan had helped him cover all the topics, and the mindfulness exercises helped him stay calm whenever he felt a bit anxious. He took a few deep breaths to refocus. When the exam was over, Tom felt a mix of relief and curiosity about how he had done. He had put in his best effort, and Now all he could do was wait for the results. Tom met up with his friends, and they talked about the exam. Sharing their experiences made him feel less anxious. When Tom got home, Emma was waiting for him. She could see the mixture of emotions on his face. She asked, "How did it go?" Tom replied, "I think it went well. I felt more focused, and I think I answered the questions well." Emma smiled and said, "I'm proud of you, Tom. No matter the results, you've worked hard and faced your fears. That's what matters most." A few weeks later, the results were out. Tom felt his heart race as he opened the envelope with his grades. He had done better than he expected. His grades were high, and he had passed with flying colors. Tom couldn't believe it. He felt a rush of joy and relief. All his hard work had paid off. He ran to find Emma and share the good news. "Emma, I did it. I got great grades," he exclaimed, showing her the results. Emma said happily, "I knew you could do it, Tom. I'm so proud of you. You faced your fears and came out stronger." Tom learned many valuable lessons from this experience. 1. The importance of preparation. First, he realized that proper preparation is key to overcome anxiety. His study plan helped him manage his time and study material more effectively. Breaking down the subjects into smaller parts made the workload seem less overwhelming. 2. The power of mindfulness. Second, Tom discovered the power of mindfulness. Practicing deep breathing and meditation helped him stay calm and focused. These techniques were not just useful for exams, but could be applied to other stressful situations in life. 3. Seeking support. Third, Tom learned the importance of seeking support. Talking to Emma and sharing his worries made a big difference. He realized that he didn't have to face his fears alone. Family and friends can provide valuable support and encouragement. 4. Valuing effort over perfection. Finally, Tom understood that it's important to value effort over perfection. Doing his best was more important than getting perfect grades. This mindset helped him reduce the pressure he placed on himself and allowed him to enjoy the learning process. So, if you ever feel nervous about exams, remember Tom's story. It's normal to feel stressed, but you don't have to deal with it alone. Talk to someone you trust, make a study plan, and practice mindfulness to stay calm. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about doing your best. Good luck! I hope you liked this video. If you want to know about how Alex overcame his public speaking fear, please watch this video. See you next time.